Hey, it's Tuesday and it's Tarot Tuesday, so hi. Um, while I'm waiting for people to jump in, um, I post graveyard shift videos every Thursday around this time. So every Thursday, I don't know if you know what graveyard shift videos are. Um, it's where I take my paranormal equipment to a cemetery and use my paranormal equipment and talk to whatever spirits are around. Lately, I've been getting some family members coming through, and it might offend some of my family members that are still alive. So I'm saying it right now. If any of you watching, I cannot control what comes through the spirit box. I cannot control it. They say what they want. They say bad things all the time. Um, so if any of my graveyard shifts offend anybody that I'm related to, and this goes for anybody, it's not my fault who comes through the box and which way I take the direction of the conversation. So this week's graveyard shift video, it's a little out there. Anyway, so while I'm waiting for someone to jump in the comments and tell me what kind of tarot reading they want, I'm going to be a self-promoting hoe, and I'm going to let you guys know that I have a podcast called Under the Moon Paranormal Ohio Legends, where I take an Ohio legend every month and I research it and I put facts out and I debunk things. This month's podcast was about Bobby Mackey's Music World, which is being torn down within the next couple weeks. My birds are not happy today, so if you hear them in the background, I apologize. Hey, Nisa, I'm good. How are you? So, yeah, podcast drops every full moon. Every full moon. So if I have 2 full moons in a month, then you get 2 podcast episodes. I am currently researching July's episode. So my card of the week is, yeah, 6 of Cups reversed. Chico, it's okay. Yeah, usually when my cockatiels lay an egg, they're happy for like a week. And then if the male, it's usually the male that breaks the eggs, they get upset and scream for a couple of days. All right, Misa, I will get you a love reading, honey. But yeah, my graveyard shift video this Thursday might make some of my family members mad, and I can't help it. Okay, so this is my card of the week. Why is it doing that? Okay. In a general context, the 6 of Cups reversed. Why is it doing that? It just jumped. Okay. Can signify letting go of the past and being ready to move on in the future. Wow. It can be an indicator of growing up, becoming more mature, or leaving home. It can also indicate letting go of childhood issues or childishness. hmm This card can indicate abuse or stolen innocence. Oh my God. The minor arcana card can, in a reading, can also indicate overcoming such abuse. So look into the supporting cards for clarification. If you have been going through counseling or therapy, this card is a good omen. Signaling that you have worked through the issues of the past and are ready for a fresh start. I needed to hear this, you guys. I really needed to hear this. So yeah, okay. All right, so with this card and the graveyard shift I have coming in on Thursday, that card made a world of sense to me. So yeah, I'm letting go of stuff and I'm evolving. I'm evolving. All right, so Misa wants a love reading. Okay. Ooh. Lisa. Now, like I've said before, the tarot deck is split into three different sections. You got your major arcanas, which are major life events like the sun and the moon, those type of cards. And then you have the minor arcana, which is like the three of cups or the four of cups. Those are like everyday events. These, these cards are court cards. They mean people. Specifically people. It could represent you as a person, someone that you know, or someone that you haven't met yet that you're about to encounter. So you got the King of Pentacles. Pentacles mean material things and money, and kings are usually on top of things, right? And it wasn't reversed. All right. So here is the key words for this card, okay, Misa? Mature, grounded male, successful, wealthy businessman, bettering yourself, a risk taker, empire, high status, stability, security, provider, cautious, careful, loyal, faithful, dependable, supporting, encouraging, hard work will pay off, seeing things to the end. So you wanted the love reading in general. So in a love reading, if you are in a relationship, okay, if you're in a relationship, this card indicates that you have reached a very secure, comfortable, and stable stage in a relationship. Now is the time to sit back and enjoy all the fruits of your hard work and perseverance. If representing a person in the relationship, the King of Pentacles represents a grounded, mature man who will be patient, dependable, stable, and nurturing. He is loyal and faithful, and he will take great care of his partner and children and work hard to provide for them. So he sounds like a catch if you're in a relationship. He cares deeply about his partner, but may sometimes struggle with expressing his own emotions. However, he will express his love by being a generous provider and making his partner feel secure and cared for. So that is if you're in a relationship. If you are single, if you're single, this card indicates that you are more than ready for a serious relationship. You have worked hard at finding stability within yourself, and you now want to share that with someone who wants the same thing as you and can match you in terms of maturity. It can also represent meeting someone who embodies the qualities of the King of Pentacles. So you're either about to, I don't know your personal story, but if you're in a relationship, it sounds like the current guy you got is a catch. If you are single, you're looking for really good qualities in a man, and you want to meet that. So you're single. All right. So if you're single, you're ready to find that stable relationship. And when you pull this card, it's definitely a yes card. So you're gonna probably find a man that has these qualities in your near future. So be on the lookout for a very stable catch, okay? Because that's gonna be your guy. All right. Tarot healer, yes. Yes. Do you want just a general reading, tarot healer? Because I can do spiritual readings, I can do health readings, I can do money readings, love readings, or just general readings. You're welcome. I'll get you a love reading. And as always, everybody, let's thank the Buffy deck for joining us today. All right. Tarot healer. Oh, you got the Queen of Cups reversed. Never confesses his feelings to me when we have nothing between us, whereas we almost had everything from intimacy to friendship to literally everything. Oh, geez. Oh, I can relate with that. My last girlfriend was a big waste of time, so I can understand that. And just like with the first reading, you got a court card. Your handle is Tarot Healer, so you probably have an idea of what the different suits of the cards mean. And got reversed. But yeah, key meanings: emotional immaturity, insecurity, lack of trust, manipulative, spiteful, disloyal, unfaithful, blocked intuition. So, the love section says, why does it keep jumping like that? Chico, you're okay, buddy. You're okay. In a love tarot spread, if you are in a relationship, the Queen of Cups reverse can be a warning not to let your insecurities or lack of trust affect your relationship. If you have been acting clingy or needy, you need to get back control of your emotions before you push your partner away. Alternately, if you have been rushing around trying to keep your partner happy, you need to remember to look after your own needs first, or you will have a burnout. Try to find the emotional balance and do not allow others to take advantage of your good nature. So, I hope that makes sense to you, because you said he never confesses his feelings to you. He says we have nothing between us, whereas we almost had everything from intimately to friendship, literally everything. So I'm trying to help you decipher this. It's a warning not to let your insecurities or lack of trust affect your relationship. Um, Sometimes, I guess from what I've learned, because my husband and I we used to be polyamorous, and we've had a couple of girlfriends. The last one we had, everything started off, you know, she was clingy. She wanted to be around us all the time. And then it just fizzled and burned out. And we still don't understand why she ghosted us. But that's okay. That's, her own needs. But if you've been rushing around trying to keep your partner happy, you need to remember to look after your own needs first, or you will burn out. So, trying to find an emotional balance, and don't let this person burn you out and make you feel like you don't want to be around anybody. Um, I guess it just takes a lot of communication and a lot of vulnerability to make relationships work, if that makes any sense. It sounds like your guy has a blockage, and maybe he's not truly understanding everything that he wants to. So this person says they can be self-centered and manipulative and shallow. They can also be disloyal, unfaithful, vengeful, bitter, and spiteful. So does he get moody or sulky when you're trying to, open up to him? He needs to meet you in the middle as well. I mean, you can't do all the work in this relationship. He has to do some of it too. So, my advice to you is to lay down the law with your significant other and say, "Hey, I need you to do more for me, or I'm going to burn out and not want to be around you." So, it's a lot of communication. A lot of communication has to happen for any kind of relationship to work. So I hope that makes sense, because I'm not really good at court cards. I'm always like trying to decipher them for the person I'm reading for, and a lot of times I don't understand what they're talking about because they're talking about a person. Usually court cards are talking about a person. So I hope that makes sense, because that this past couple weeks were like the first court cards I've gotten while doing this. But yeah. And then for the general side, because you wanted the love reading, I understand that. But it's a generally emotional immaturity card. It can also indicate that you've been feeling overly sensitive and insecure with some things. You may feel depressed and you may be sulky. So, yeah, as a person, it says, as a person, this card can represent a female or feminine type of person who is weak and shallow. Um, yeah, this person may lack empathy for others as she becomes caught up in being self-centered. Wow. Wow. It says a friend or partner can be disloyal, shallow, and unfaithful. They may be a water sign such as Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Well, there's your card, tarot healer. I'm actually glad that you joined this little room here. But yeah, yeah. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you. All right, so we're 15 minutes in, got 3 readings done. So yeah, yeah. So if you guys are checking out my paranormal side of my channel, just know that every time I go to the graveyard with my equipment, I go with complete love and complete respect, and I don't mean to offend anybody. And I mean anybody. I don't mean to offend anybody that's passed away. And I don't mean to offend anybody that is related to someone that I'm talking to in the graveyard. I can't help who comes through the spirit box. A lot of times, 9 out of 10 times, it's my grandpa Herman that passed away a couple years ago. He's always pranking me or being mean to me in the cemetery. So there's that. And if I do reach out to people that I miss while I'm in the graveyard, and I say things, I'm just trying to strike up a conversation. I don't mean to offend anybody at all when I do my graveyard shifts. So, with that being said, this week's graveyard shift is the last video that I do with any of my family's plots. I actually have more fun going to cemeteries that don't know me, cemeteries like the old burial grounds where I used to clean headstones. Those ghosts love me there. They call me by name. They tell me all kinds of things about them, like what year they died, where they're from. So I'm going to leave the family alone and let them rest in peace. And Herman can stop bugging me. And I can stop getting rude comments from cousins on my posts. So there's that. So check out the podcast. It's about Bobby Mackey's Music World. It's available on all platforms that you listen to podcasts except for Apple, because I don't own any Apple products, so I can't get my RSS feed there. I have like 20 some videos on YouTube for my podcast, and it's audio only now. Um, so also check out the podcast. So Bobby Mackey's Music World is going to be torn down within the next 2 weeks. And if you don't know what Bobby's Mackey's Music World is, I suggest that you listen to the podcast because it talks about the history and the present and the future of the music club in Kentucky. And yeah, graveyard shifts drop once a week. We do Tarot Tuesdays every Tuesday at 1 p.m. right here. And the podcast drops every full moon. So since nobody else has jumped in and asked for a reading, I am signing off and I'm getting ready for work. And I hope you guys stay cool out there because it's going to be a scorcher tomorrow. And if you are in America and you celebrate it, happy Independence Day. And always remember, stay spooky.